Good day, everybody. Again, my name is Eric Leyland, and I am with Basis Technologies. As you can see on the screen, we're talking about some of the industry news, and this is from last week, but I wanted to bring it up and just play it out for you guys because I think there's some really key takeaways that we sent out this past week. And a lot of that's around trends that are happening that are going to carry over into the new year. So this one article, which I'm going to go into, highlights some of the 5 macro trends that we see that are going on. And also a lot of what we talked about this week is around connected TV, streaming services. As you can see here, Apple and Netflix. There's a lot that's happening in the streaming world. And we actually see a lot right now with the season of the elections going on. There's a ton of advertising, and Basis is helping to position a lot of this that's going through the election series. And so, and a lot of those dollars are in connected TV. So, one of the things that I wanted to align for the people that are a part of this newsletter and that are interested with all the stuff that's happening around connected TV, you need to be educated as to how to go about it and really what's happening. So first, I want to go into some of the trends that we see going into 2023. So one of the things that's going on within advertising is just how consumers are disconnecting from some of the advertising. So one of the top things that we see is that consumers don't have a whole lot of time and are actually dropping ad-supported media. So the time spent in these areas is getting smaller and smaller. So what I wanted to highlight here is that it's really important to have bite-sized, meaningful content that's going to connect with your audience because we see that they're spending less time in there. But as point number 2 dictates here, they will make time for you if you're making an impact with them. So one of the things that's really important is the social impact and the ability to connect with the people that you want to reach out to. But that comes with a heavy but. You want to make sure that you don't offend the consumers on either side of specific political image, whether it's climate change or gender identity. That you need to strike a really important balance of making sure that yes, you're connected with your consumers, but you don't want to get overly political because we see that right now. If you're at all on Twitter, there's a big firestorm right now that's going up with Ultra Beauty and some of the challenges that they're having with some of the content that they put out. So you really want to make an informed decision as to how you're getting your brand connected to your audience. So just make sure that that you're socially conscious of what's going on, but ultimately that you want to make sure that what you're putting out there plays to the audience in general. Again, the next thing is consumers don't trust brands. I think this is important because conversely, you really want to make sure that you're building a relationship for trust so that you're not, again, doing this for the wrong reasons. But in our culture, there is a lack of connectivity. So it's important for brands to really foster those relationships and connect with your audience and make sure that you're doing it in a way that makes sense for the consumer to connect with you. So one of the things I'm going to skip to number 5 is price is really going to be an issue for a very long time. We've seen a lot of the challenges within the current economy. We're going to see that continue on. Inflation is going to be an issue. We see just in this environment, there is a lot of challenges with the economy in general. So pricing is going to be something that you need to make sure that you're attentive to as we get into 2023 and with your advertising. So just make sure that you're aware that this is still going to linger. This is still going to be something that you're going to need to speak to into next year. Speaking about next year and where we're seeing changes in the marketplace, Netflix is getting into the advertising game. This is something I've talked about before, but one of the things that they are putting out now is that they're really focusing on brand safety. This is something that Basis talks a lot about because we know that advertising can be in a lot of different areas. I mean, we're looking at a page right now, and there's ads that are connected to the page that we're on. So it's really important that brands and advertising agencies have controls at their fingertips to be able to make sure that the content that they're connecting to is matching up with their messaging. So Netflix has run into some issues because their show about Jeffrey Dahmer is getting backlash from different communities because ads are getting placed potentially next to this kind of content. And Netflix wants to obviously, get out in front of that and make sure that as advertisers are placing ads that they have the brand protection and brand safety. So this is, again, something that Basis has different levers that we're able to help with making sure that you're not putting your ad in front of content that's going to not speak to your brand. So, but this is something that's on Netflix's front burner, and as they are starting to roll out their first ad campaigns, it's something that they are also really concerned about for their potential advertisers. So one of the other platforms that's out there that's getting into the ad TV, connected TV landscape is Apple. So this is just another platform where connected TV is going to live, and it's again one of the big media tech giants that's in our industry that's again pushing into connected TV and advertising on their devices. So this article from Biggie Day is really just again focusing on the fact that TV in these areas and advertising in these areas is something that each one of these platforms is trying to monetize. So, and to that point, Basis Technology has just released in October our guide to connected TV. So you can download this and ultimately get some of the learnings about, how does this all work? What are the opportunities? What are best practices? What are KPIs that we should look towards? And then specifically how Basis helps with placing ads. As I was talking about, this is the election season, and we've done a lot of this within our agencies. And so this is something that we've been doing for a long time. So you can tap into those resources that we've been helping our clients out with. So again, my name is Eric. I'm with Basis Technologies, and I'm helping clients with this stuff all the time. So if you have questions about connected TV, or if you have questions about Netflix and how and what's going on with them, or if you're looking towards next year and you're trying to map out, the things that you want to look out for, these are all areas that Basis Technologies is helping out with. So feel free to reach out. If you'd like to get this guide on connected TV, you can fill it out, or you can reach out to me and I can send it to you. But these are all things that we support. Again, my name is Eric, and I am with Basis Technologies. Thanks, and have a blessed week.